Hello, children. Welcome to our English classroom once again. Hope all of you are fine and safe at home. My dear children, have you ever thought about the crisis that we are going through now? What all things are going on? The pandemic, COVID 19, the terrorist attack, the natural calamities, and so many things. And who is responsible for all these things? Definitely, it is none other than man. It is the consequences of man's actions. Do you agree? Yes. So, here we are going to learn a song which is very relevant at this time. And this is written by Bob Dylan, an American songwriter. He's a singer also and an artist. And the title of the song is Blowing in the Wind. Let us go through the song.
How many rods must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they are forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? And how many years can some people exist before they are allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head, pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Have you enjoyed the song? Actually, this song is described as an anthem for American civil rights movement. And in this song, the singer or the lyricist is saying about the war. Let us go through the lines. How many rods must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many rods must a man walk down? Here, these lines can be interpreted in two ways. One is, how many wars must a man wage to become a man? In those days, they believed that the boys have to wage wars to become a strong man. And that is why the singer is asking, how many wars man has to wage? That means, where is the end or when is the end of these wars? Then also we can interpret this line as, how many experiences a man should go through to become a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? White dove is a symbol of peace. So it is asked, how many seas must a white dove sail? Again, how many wars should happen to bring about peace? That is the question of the singer. And This white dove also has a reference from Bible. Noah is sending white doves to see whether there were any lands after the flood. So here, white doves taking rest means getting peace. How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? She sleeps in the sand means she's taking rest. Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they are forever banned? How many times the cannonballs fly means again how many wars are to be reached before the wars are banned. Cannonballs represent war. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind means the answer is everywhere. If you want to grab the answer, it is near you. It is in your access. But no one is trying to get it. That is the problem. Okay? Yes, and how many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? What does mountain represent? Mountain represents the pride of man, the proud people who support war. Okay, how many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Anyway, it is sure that one day the mountain will be washed to the sea. That means the pride of man cannot last long. Okay? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they are allowed to be free? How many years a slave can exist? Exist means just live or before getting freedom. How many days or how many years can a man live as a slave? That is the question. And how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? How many times a man can pretend that he does not see any of these things in the world? Or he cannot see or he cannot understand the inequalities happening in the world. So, there a time will come when every man will understand the problems of world. So the singer says, how many times a man can turn his head and pretend that he does not know anything, right? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Okay, all these lines are rhetoric questions. It does not demand an answer, but we know that the answer is blowing in the wind. Means the answer is everywhere. If you want to know the answer, you will get it, but you are not trying to grab it. That is the problem. Yes, and how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many times a man look up before he can see the sky? Here the sky means or represents freedom. When does the man get freedom? How long he has to exist for getting freedom? Yes, and how many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? How many ears should a man have to hear the cry of people? Because most of the people pretend that they don't hear any type of cries or any such difficulties. But the poet is asking, how many ears do you want to hear the cry of the poor people? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have killed? If you want to stop the war, how many deaths should take place? And when do you repent that, oh my God, too many people have died or too many people have been killed? When? When do you understand that? How many deaths should happen for that? That is the question. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Again, the answer is everywhere. But we are not trying to grab the answer. We are not trying to understand it. Or we are just pretending that we don't understand anything. Nothing is happening around us. Okay. So, throughout this poem, we can see the indifferent attitude of people towards the problems, the serious problems happening in the world. So, this is a message for all the world actually, although he wrote it for the black people in America, and it is considered as an anthem for American Civil War movements. I think all of you have understood the meaning of the song, and that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.